A little while ago, a 60-year-old man wanted to be healthier, so he did what a lot of us do now. He asked an AI chatbot for advice. He would read that too much salt is bad for you, so he asked how to cut salt out of his diet. The AI gave him an answer. It suggested he swap his regular salt for something called sodium bromide. So he did. For 3 months, sodium bromide is not food. It's a chemical once used in cleaning and industrial work, and it is toxic to people. That man ended up in hospital confused, hallucinating in a dangerous state, poisoned by following advice that sounded perfectly reasonable when the computer said it. He asked a simple, sensible health question and trusted the confident answer he got back. And that's exactly why I want to talk about this today, because more and more of us are asking AI about our health, our symptoms, our medicines, and the AI sounds so sure of itself that it's easy to forget it can be completely dangerously wrong. In this video, I'm going to show you how often AI gets health advice wrong, why it sounds so convincing even when it's mistaken, and the one simple thing to always do before you trust a word of it. So let me just start with how common this problem really is, because it is not rare. Researchers recently ran a careful test. They took the most popular AI tools, the ones built into your phone and your computer, like ChatGPT, Google's Gemini, and others, and they asked them common health questions, the kind regular people actually asked. Then doctors graded the answers, and what they found should give all of us pause. Nearly half of the answers were problematic in some way. About a third were missing important information, the kind of thing that changes whether advice is safe for you. And around 1 in 5 were highly problematic, meaning the information was simply inaccurate or just completely misleading. So think about that. You ask the AI a health question, and there's a real chance the answer you actually get back is incomplete or just flat out wrong. Not because anyone's trying to trick you, the machine just simply doesn't know it's wrong. And here's the part that makes it extremely dangerous: the AI doesn't sound unsure when it's wrong. A person who isn't certain will just hesitate. They will say, I think, or you should probably check with a doctor. The AI does the opposite. It gives you a wrong answer in the same calm, confident, well organized voice it uses for a right one. And there's no warning light, no change in tone. The poison advice and the good advice comes out sounding exactly the same. So, why does he get things wrong while sounding so sure? It comes down to what these tools actually are. And an AI doesn't understand medicine, it hasn't been to medical school, it can't just examine you. What it really does is predict words. It read an enormous amount of text from across the internet, and when you ask it something, it strings together the words that tend to follow your question based on everything it read. And the internet is full of health information that could be outdated or just completely wrong or written by people with no idea what they are talking about. The AI can't always tell the good from the bad. It just blends it all together and hands it to you in a confident, tidy paragraph. And there's one more thing the researchers found that matters a lot. These AI tools have a habit of agreeing with you. If you ask in a way that hints at what you're hoping to hear, the AI often just goes along with it, because part of how it was built is to be agreeable and please the person asking. So if you're worried you have something, or hoping a symptom is nothing, the AI may simply tell you what you want to hear, dressed up to just sound medical. That is the worst possible trade in something you're asking about your health. Now, I want to be fair here because this is not me telling you AI is useless or that you should be afraid of it. It isn't, and you shouldn't. These tools can be extremely helpful with health, just not in the way most people use them. They are wonderful for understanding a word the doctor used that you didn't catch. They are great for helping you write down a list of questions to bring to your appointment. They can explain in plain language what a condition generally is, so you walk in feeling less lost and more prepared. Used like that as a way to understand and prepare, AI is a friendly helper. The danger is only when you let it become the doctor, when you take its word as the final answer and act on it. So here is the one simple thing to always do first, and I want you to remember it. Treat AI health advice like a rumor, not a diagnosis. A rumor can be a useful starting point, it can point you in a direction, but you would never make a serious decision based on a rumor without checking it with someone who actually knows. So before you act on anything an AI tells you about your health or anything, before you change a medicine or try a remedy or decide a symptom is nothing to worry about, you take it to a real person, your doctor, your pharmacist, a nurse on a helpline. You can even bring the AI's answer with you and say, hey, I read this, is it true for me? A good pharmacist or doctor will happily tell you in 2 minutes whether something is sound or just complete nonsense. Let me be let me give you a few clear, simple rules to go with that. The kind of the experts agree on. First, never use AI in an emergency. If something feels serious, chest pain, trouble breathing, a bad fall, you do not type it into a chatbot. You call for help immediately. The AI is far too slow and too unreliable for that, and studies found it often fails to recognize a real emergency. Second, never start, stop, or change a medicine because an AI told you to. That decision belongs to your doctor and pharmacist. That's full stop. And third, be extra careful when the AI agrees with exactly what you were hoping to hear. That's the moment to double check. And here's the bigger truth underneath all of this: the technology itself is not evil, it's a tool. And like any tool, it depends entirely on how you use it. The mistake isn't using AI, the mistake is handing it a job it was never built to do, a trusting a confident voice over a qualified human being. You have spent your whole life learning who to trust and who to double check. That instinct doesn't stop being useful just because the advice now comes from a computer. If anything, it matters more. So use the AI to help you understand and to prepare your questions. But when it comes to a real decision about your health, you take it to a real person every single time. The confident voice on the screen does not know you, has never met you, and cannot be held responsible for what happens to you. Your doctor can, and that's the difference, and it's the whole thing. Thank you so much for watching this one. Subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.